eye on him. Billing in the 24 kart. Big slider from Curvers. They go 3 wide in the L7, kart 54 for Trenta. Look out, here comes Billing. Billing up the inside, are you kidding me? Billing puts the move on Trenta, and you have a new race leader.
We'll just have to, in a holding pattern, if you can say that. So looks like we got some movement. Hands up right out now. They're released. I will let the entourage of trolleys go in there. You can see them right now. So they will come towards right here to my...
Thanks, Breno. Race is on at the moment, champ. Here we go, KT Medium underway for the first of 2 groups in this one, Liam. This is always a bare-knuckle pub brawl.
Of course, presented by Lightning Karts and Adelaide Harley-Davidson. Getting after it. There are multiple heats of this, 3 heats per round. Getting after it, kart number 5, your leader for right now. Leads the opening lap. Here in KT Medium, Cooper Williamson from Tatiara Karting Club.
Oh, look at the pack behind him, Liam.
Stretches the legs a little. He's got about 10 kart lengths back to second, but they are chock-a-block behind. Tom Norval, Oscar Ames, Ashley Nitschke, Joe Chalmers, the A1 from Great Southern in KT Medium, climbing through the field. Smoking Joe up to 4th now, Wade.
Oh. Gee, she got a bit willing back there with the 41 cut. I think Carruthers was in that as well. KT Medium is arguably the most competitive class that we have here this weekend. I know that's a big call to make, but boy, these guys and girls get after it. You got Alyssa Morton out there in 13th, Brock Thompson, Zach Muir, Caden Adams. Battle is on for 4th right now. The 47 card. Tapley, and you got Chalmers in there as well.
Yeah, Smoking Joe up to 3rd. Starting to hunt down ground as well to your 2 leaders that are Cooper Williamson and Oscar Ames. So kart 5 and 99. Ames tucking in behind Williamson. This battle's starting to heat up. But behind them, it's 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th. Dive bomb up the inside. A pair of them are going to sail by. That's the move on kart 47. So the 20... Ashley Nitschke, and it was Brett Billing. Already a heat race win to him earlier in 100 Open, and Billing is coming after him up to the top 5.
That's my favourite shot right there. They peel into that left-hander into Kerry's 24-carded Brett Billing, as you said, Liam, already. A heat race winner earlier on today in the hundreds. Boy, it is on for this top 3. Lot of pressure now. Cooper Williamson, Oscar Ames. Oscar Ames, your leader. Williamson, Chalmers, Norval and Billing, your top 5. Carruthers, Leggett, Nitschke, Rowett, and Felicity Lee Coates in 10th.
Chalmers up to 2nd. Big move on Williamson up the inside. Smooth, gave him plenty of room, and Chalmers up to P2. The A1 is climbing through this field. Oscar Ames is your leader, and Checkers will wave. Oscar Ames hangs on. And Smokin' Joe Chalmers up to 2 from deep in this pack. Hell of a ride. And Smokin' Joe up to 2nd. From there it was Cooper Williamson, Tom Norval, David Carruthers, Brett Billing, Benjamin Leggett, Jake Rowett, Ashley Nitschke, Felicity Lee Coates, Adam Tapley, Brock Thompson, Zachary Muir, Alyssa Morton, and Matt Biscuits Mahar, Caden Adams, and Shane Price. While they idle round and get set for a start. So as always, green flag up in the air at the ready. And will they get that green this time? The green ready to go, they will. They're going for it. How good's the shot? So rolling through turn number 1 in that anti-clockwise direction. And Squires is your early leader in kart 17. Through Kerry's, do they get through that unscathed? This time they will. That's sure to change at some point. And they bang him down through Iami and the Maxis band. So it's kart 1, 2, 1, chasing Squires for second. So Thomas Millam out of Morgan. And then Wade Beaton, Alexander Magro. That's a name you'll see plenty this weekend. Jordan Curvers, Angus Lairdy, Jake Tranter as well. He's in multiple classes. Ethan Bailey, Reese Hackett, Nicholas Tapley, Braden Colwell, Luke Bowie, Joel Heinrich, Bill Longbottom, Nate Greenslade, and Jordan Barrow.
Yeah, it's a very talented lineup, Liam, no doubt about that. Battle is really on for third here. Wade Beaton under all sorts of pressure from Alex Magro. In fact, Magro goes through Jordan Curvers as well. Larity, Tranter, Reese Hackett, Nicholas Tapley, Bailey and Joel Heinrich doing 5 classes here this weekend. Lisa Walker is doing 4. Remarkable. Man, your race leader, Luke Squires, getting away very comfortably, but wow. The battle for 5th on back is immense on camera now.
Wade Beaton getting hassled by Jake Tranter that'll go by. Nicholas Tapley's in it. Lairdy, Reese Hackett as well in kart 26. Going for it. 4, 5. That's the battle there. And then further back, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. They are all locked in. Squires is peeling away from Thomas Millam. Jordan Curvers third. Magro and Tranter right on the back of Magro now. That's for 4th and 5th. But the battle at the tail is deep. There's 10 karts in this one, Wade.
Luke Squires getting out to a substantial lead. His dad, Brett, was a pretty handy sprint car racer back in the day. His mum, Carmen, big supporter of his racing. He's got 2 sisters that also race here this weekend. So very much invested. 1 lap to go. Millam, Curvers and Magro in that battle for second. Boy, it is really heating up on screen. Jake the Snake Tranter all over Magro into Kerry's corner.
So last lap for Squires here, the immaculate BRK. Squires should get it done easy through the final bend. Squires with the win from Thomas Millam. Jordan Curvers, Tranter goes past. So Tranter up to 4th. Big mover in this one. No doubt Jake Tranter, big climb through the field, but Luke Squires, a standout victory in the BRK. As your unofficial results wind in for round number 1, that was heat race 2 of the KT Medium presented by Adelaide Harley Davidson and Lightning Karts. Luke Squires from Thomas Millam, Jordan Curvers, Jake Tranter, Alexander Magro, Nicholas Tapley, Reese Hackett, Angus Lairdy, Joel Heinrich, Wade Beaton makes up your top 10.
Get ready to line up the 80 kart Matty Slater in the L7. Right alongside him. Slater actually the next door neighbour of Damian Lewis. Here we go, Liam.
So we are green, KT Medium, heat number 3. Here in the opening round of the 22 Anchor Australian titles here at Tatiara Karting Club. And Burford will be the early leader up through Kerry's. As Wade mentioned, drives that thing super straight. He leans way forward of the wheel. Always iconic and relentless is Burford. So Mark Burford from the Adelaide Car Club will be the opening lap leader from Lockie Shepherd. So time in on lap number 1, and it's brutal deep in the field already. An easy heat race does not exist this weekend. throughout any category, the numbers are relentless, the driving's relentless. And so is the work between races. There's multiple classes, and have a look at the battle on screen. 4th, 5th, 6th, cranking it on. Madison Perry, Jake Curvers. Kart 80 is Matthew Slater. It bogged a little bit coming off the corner, and he was swamped to say the least. 3 and 4 wide they went out of the final bend and across the main straight. So up through Kerry's once again as Burford laying the smackdown so far in KT Medium, heat number 3. And Shepherd, Cody Palmer, Hilton Rowett, Jake Curvers, Matthew Slater, Aaron Tranter. Oh, they're wheel banging. Locked up on the rear bar. The kart 33 was Madison Perry, Sean Forrestal, Archie Brownless right in that battle. It's very easy to ride a wheel and hop up on the rear bar of the kart in front of you, and that's exactly what happened. They did well to shake it off and keep running. Progressing well through this opening heat race for these guys. The first time these KT Mediums been on track, as Aaron Tranter goes to work on the needles and keeps the finely tuned KT running hot. As Burford stretches the legs, Wade, getting this thing done easily right now.
Yeah, no real surprise there, Liam. He's got so much experience, both him and brother Michael, plus Michael's 3 sons. The Burford family well represented here this weekend. Battles are on further back in the field, probably for about 8th, 9th, etc. Archie Brownless, Matt Slater, Madison Perry, Sean Forrestal. There are the battles on screen. We work our way through Kerry's. Probably the top 7 or 8 gapping this field, but battles are on further back. Heat 3, KT Medium, as usual, putting on a show. Checker flag is out. Oh, big challenge into that final corner. And that will wrap up heat number 3. TBS Freight on board as well. And we'll take a look at your finishing order in just a moment. Mark Burford from a long way back. We kind of expected that when you start him on the front. Good job from Cody Palmer. Lockie Shepherd 3rd. Hilton Rowett out of the Tatiara Club in 4th. Jake Curvers, Aaron Tranter, Archie Brownless, Matty Perry, Cameron Brooks, who has all the family here this weekend. Cameron Brooks, of course, is a member of the broader Schlein and Eakins family. Great to see Cameron here this weekend, racing hard as always. It looks spectacular, Sam.
Yeah, this place is absolutely unreal. So much hard work has gone in.
We're going to go green despite the hand up. 3 wide. Make that 4 wide. Out of turn number 2. How do we get through there? Carruthers will be happy. He gapped them. But boy, that was a close your eye and wheel it in there situation. Ames, Adams, Barrow, Tapley, Reese Hackett, Jake Tranter, Ben Leggett, Braden Colwell. 2 wide through there was fairly hauling it, Sam. That's a fast corner.
Yeah, 100%. After the railway track down the back straight, you went up a lot of speed there, so it's pretty full noise through that turn.
Whoa! Trouble coming out of turn number 2. We nearly had someone jump a wheel. Lockie Shepherd, Caden Adams, Mark Burford, Cody Palmer. That's a little bit further back in the order as we take a look at Hackett. Distinctive number, the number 26. Had that, I think, since his career started. The Hackett boys were always fast. We take a look at Jake Ames. Boy, that thing got a big push midway through the corner. Sam, it's so easy to lose your spot.
Yeah, 100%. It's pretty tight out there, so the track's not super wide, so you've got to be careful and keep to your own line.
Tear-offs are a bit of a premium right now. Everyone's going through them.
Yeah, 100%. I wish I was selling them.
Well, you can wash them and recycle them. I'm not sure that really works.
I used to when I was 16, but I've got a real job now, so I can buy my own.
David Carruthers, a substantial lead. Jake Rowett in the 136. starting to make his way forward as well. What's your favourite part of this track? Is this the best direction?
Yeah, I do like this way better. Head down the train track, fast right-hander, and it's really cool to get into this turn 1 down here. Super tight, and you take around there, pretty cool.
This big L section really looks like you don't really lift much around this place. Carruthers has them well and truly covered. Just watching as well, Tranter, Rowett, Colwell, Leggett, Curvers, Tapley, and Mark Burford rounding out your top 10. Sam, you can't afford to put in a bad performance. It's all about points. Oh, man! Someone got up big time. It was the 36 kart of Jordan Curvers. That could end it in tears. You can't afford to make an error. You get freight trained by 4 karts.
Yeah, 100%. Every heat race, you've got to be moving forward. For this number of karts, about 6 spots per race minimum.
Getting towards the business end of this one. Carruthers has driven away. The battle for second, though, Jake Ames has got plenty of pressure. Out of the Half Chub Racing team, boy, they're switching it up here. Reese Hackett, Braden Colwell, Jake Tranter, Checker is out. Half Chub will hold on. Boy, Carruthers won by 3.3 seconds. Ames, Hackett, Colwell. Good run from Leggett behind Tranter for 6th. Mark Burford got up to 7th. Tapley to 8th. Jordan Barrow, nice job from Jordan. And Lockie Shepherd up to your top 10. Spoke to Hilton and Isla, his sister, and mum and dad who work so hard. Sheridan, who runs the canteen, and Andrew, who gets this racetrack in ship shape. We're green. Ripping start just then. Joel Heinrich. So Joel got a fantastic launch. He finds himself in the race lead. The 155, a little bit further back, the distinctive entry of Luke Bowie. Great to have Walshy here as always by his side. Those two have been long-time mates. Great sweeping speed shot. Heinrich runs Touring Car Masters and Aussie racing cars as well. Boy, back further in the order, there's some serious battles. Just saw Wade beaten in the 129. Full lock kicking her in. That right-hander gets everybody's attention. William Prest was there in that 72. One of my favourite shots in karting right there. 3 wide just then. Bowie in second. Tapley in third. Felicity Lee Coates doing a solid job in the 197. She's in a 4th. William Prest in 5th. Little quarter chub. Oscar Ames. Matty Mayhar in the 7th spot. Jared Tozer in 8th. Hilton Rowett in 9th. And Luke Squires, or Lucy, as he's affectionately known in his family, rounding out the top 10. The BRK of Heinrich has them covered. Felicity Lee Coates wants that 3rd spot off Tapley bad. And I'm not going to suggest it won't happen. Oh, a bit of heavy work there. Fair bump, play on. That was epic. Sometimes if there's not the room, you got to make a little room. Now the top 2 have gapped them. In that 4th spot is Prest, Ames, and it was Felicity Lee Coates that kind of got the victim of circumstance there. She dropped back to position 6 after challenging for 3rd at one point. White flag about to come out. Heinrich showing his versatility. Ripping battle. A long way back behind him and Luke Bowie. Oh, man! What a battle for 3rd between Tapley, Prest, and Ames.
Big lock up in the middle of the track. I think it was car 27.
Yeah, Adam Tapley, that's just
Definitely.
devastating for Taps. He was right on the money. Checkered flag is out. Heinrich, well done over Luke Bowie. Jeez. The battle for the lead was not much to talk about. The start was, Heinrich got a belter of a start. He wins by 0.3 of a second over Luke Bowie. A couple of sprint car races right there. William Preston third. Oscar Ames fourth. Felicity Lee Coates got back to fifth. Matty Mahar in sixth. Hilton Rowett in seventh. Luke Squires in eighth. Thomas Millam in ninth. Wade Beaton in 10th. You go back to Greenslade. Brownless, Forrestal, Tozer, Peterson, and unfortunately for Adam Tapley, he is a DNF. Boy, intensity's gone up in this second group. One more heat, I think, still to come of KT Medium. So there's a real speedway connection on a number of levels for that 88 car. Beautifully turned out. Cameron Brooks. I know that Grandma and Granddad and the little dog are on the main straight watching here somewhere. We're about to go green. Liam Ornger, heat 3 of KT Medium.
Yeah, they're all hunting Brooks already. It didn't take too long for that to become the case. They're 3 and 4 wide right through the middle of the racetrack from position 5, 6 and 7. But already they're chasing Cameron Brooks out of the Adelaide Kart Club. Bill Longbottom goes to second from Dylan Feeder, Zachary Muir and Brett Billing, who's got multiple heat race wins to his name already in the day. So keep your eyes on Billing. No doubt about that. He goes to third now. And he's coming after Longbottom. Brooks is your leader still, but they're closing in, if anything, with Longbottom and Billing chasing your leader. Aaron Tranter up to 6 from Jake Curvers, Alexander Magro, Ethan Bailey, Tom Norval, and Smokin' Joe Chalmers, the Australian champion in this class at position number 11. So they'll wind another lap down in the books. Tranter searching and searching, as is Joe Chalmers, who hasn't had everything his way by any means. The Aussie champ's working hard to try and get through some spots, but he's still deep in this field right now. It's grueling from the top right to the back.
Brooks has certainly set a good pace early. You just saw Longbottom kick it in ahead of the dreadlock gasman Brett Billing. Dylan Fedder under some pressure now. Brock Thompson wheeling it in there as well. Curvers in 6th, Magro in 7th, Norville, Aaron Tranter, and Ethan Bailey. And as you said, the Joe Chalmers combination back in dirt karts. Bear, as always, loving it. Kylie is here this weekend as well. And after competing in America the last couple of months running late models, he was quickly back into form at the start of the season at the Motorplex just recently. Boy, we got a battle looming here for second, Liam.
Cranking it up, Billing, Feeder, Thompson. They are all right behind Longbottom. The leader in Brooks is going to give him plenty of room with this battle going on as the white flag comes out. One more time left around, and have a look at him go too deep. Billing goes past Longbottom. Billing up to second. And it's not over yet. Feeder and Thompson are both right there. Curvers is trying to catch this group as well. Brooks has got him shot to bits down the back straight away for the last time. He's got one right-hander left to go, and he's going to go multiple heat race wins. Brooks gets the job done. Billing, a standout drive, adds to his multiple podium finishes.
Boy, Cameron Brooks, great drive, but how about it from the dreadlock headlock? Brett Billing up to second. Longbottom third. Fedder in fourth. Brock Thompson fifth. Curvers, Magro, Norval, Chalmers got to ninth, and Tranter, but Adelaide, Tatiara, Lucendale, Tatiara, Adelaide, Morgan, Adelaide, Great Southern, and Tatiara. That's the way the clubs work out in our top 10.
Squires in the middle of this.
And Larity, I think, you get an L7 and a BRK behind two Lightnings. Pace picks up. KT Medium underway. We're still 2 wide. We go 3 wide in that sweeping left-hander. And now you come down to almost a 180 situation right here really kick it into Kerry's. Oh, that was a very big move on the inside, and shaking his head is Billy Longbottom, who kind of got harpooned a bit and driven over the top of. A big move up the inside didn't quite come off cleanly, and unfortunately Longbottom came off the worst out of all that. Bailey from Greenslade. Oh, in fact, make that Squires. Luke Squires in the 17 kart up to second. Greenslade, Chalmers. Oh, man. There are some big don't argues coming on.
The elbows are up.
Yeah, deep in the field. Joe Chalmers, the Australian champion, up. Oh, my goodness me. Squires getting into the back of Bailey. There's about 10 of a minute, Liam, in this battle for the lead.
They are fired up in the couple of last heat races. Squires goes to the lead, and here comes Smoke and Joe Chalmers as well. The current Australian #1. He needs as many points as he can get. Hasn't timed in as nicely as he would have liked to this point, so needs every result to go towards that A1 defence. He's coming after Ethan Bailey now. He's got the 18 of Cody Palmer locked in deep as well. So Chalmers coming after Bailey. It's Squires is your race leader.
Cooper Williamson sitting in that top 6 position. Larity back then to Hackett, Brooks, and Luke Bowie from the Blanchetown Club. Boy, your race leader, Luke Squires, has driven away.
Oh.
Yeah, there's some really aggressive driving going on here early for your Saturday morning. That little battle pack right there. There's 4 of them in it. Cody Palmer, Ethan Bailey, Joe Chalmers, and now even Cooper Williamson. Cooper puts the move on Cody Palmer. Kerry's is basically a back-and-in corner.
Yeah, there's no two ways about that. And through this final left-hander, there's plenty of black tar marks on side pods early in this one. Using each other up just a little. It's an Australian title. You're not going to give up positions easily. That's what happens. They are absolutely getting after it Saturday morning.
Boy, Williamson, he's on a mission in that number 5 kart.
The bloke would be unstoked with all of it. Be Ethan Bailey, you would predict. He was side potted a few times, but regardless, Luke Squires gets the checkers here in KT Medium Heat Race #1, Joe Chalmers. And your official top 10 presented by Adelaide Harley-Davidson Bikeworks and Lightning Karts, Luke Squires from Blanchetown in the 17 from Joe Chalmers from the Great Southern Kart Club in the A1. Cooper Williamson was 3rd with Ethan Bailey 4th, Cody Palmer 5th, Nate Greenslade 6th, Reese Hackett 7th, Cameron Brooks 8, Aaron Tranter 9, and Felicity Lee Coates make up your top 10 in a fierce heat race.
I'd love to know how many pies and pasties we go through this weekend. 33 kart in there as well. Keep an eye on Madison Perry. We're green this time. Cool speed shot through the windrow. 3 wide. And legit 3 wide getting in, not necessarily 3 wide getting out, but Hilton was on the outside of that. He really had not much geography to use, but that was kind of exceptional. Wow, there's still 3 wide in places. This is on like, you know what? Your 46 kart is currently your leader coming off that turn, Jake Curvers.
And then Biscuits Mahar, Matty Mahar in 2nd. So he's chasing him through, following Curvers into 1, and it is dense in behind them. Rowett in the 12. They're bouncing and banging around. There is plenty of grip in this place right now. Oh, there's 3 or 4 banked up. Brown is one of them. Luke Brown, I believe, was one of those tied up in that. We had the shot on screen there. Up the top at Kerry's, it's hard to pick all of them. Kart 81, bouncing through. Tom Norval, not scared at all. Norval up a bunch of spots. Goes to 2nd now. The 129 of
Beaton. There was a problem just there out of Alice Springs. Big haul to be here. Battle is on now. We're handing out a few. That 12 card of Hilton Rowett, one of the local stars. And the Beaton family cheer on Wado regardless. They've got some dramas in that card. He got caught up in that incident, so he's going to try and charge back through. Fantastic club, the Alice Springs Karting Club. Boy, it is going on through the middle right now. Your leader, Curvers, is checked out, but this battle pack here is epic.
Biscuits, Maha, back up the inside on Rowett. This 4-kart group, Maha is the leader of that right now. Malam in the 1-2-1. Rowett in the 12. They are packing them in deep, and Heinrich in the 16 nearly picks up the pair of them.
How good is that? They are absolutely just dialing them in. Millam in that 121 in the middle of all this. Heinrich is 2. 1 lap to go. The interest is not on the lead, though. We'll see if we can get that timing grid up on the left. Sorry, Mitch. I know you're absolutely flat out. Helps us out. Thank you, mate.
You know who's now in this battle? Tranter buys in the 45. From a long ways back, Jake Tranter has round up this field now as well. And they are going to war for 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Count in Tapley, who's hunting this thing down now as well. Checkers will wave with all of it going on. Jake Curvers and Tom Norville lock in your top 2. Matty Biscuits Maha 3rd. And from there, your unofficial results. Top 10. Presented by Adelaide Harley-Davidson Bikeworks and Lightning Karts. Heat 2 in round number 3 of the KT Medium. Jake Curvers gets the win from Tom Norville. Matt Maha, Thomas Malam. Joel Heinrich up to 5th. Hilton Rowett 6. Jake Tranter 7. Adam Tapley 8. William Prest 9th. And Braden Colwell out of the Tatiara Karting Club make up your top 10 for KT Medium Heat Race number 2.
For me, it's basically just watching the track, watching where passes are being made and what's going on, because I've got a great crew chief back home, back in the workshop there, who's doing all the stuff for me. He's making all the changes and everything that I need to go racing. So he basically tells me to go watch the racing, sit down, shut up, and I'll do the rest for you.
Seems like the way to do it, no doubt about it. I'm sure another couple of solid heat races for you today before that all-important final one tomorrow.
Absolutely.
How are we sitting in the points so far? I think we're going to go red, definitely. A fairly sizable one over the back. So we'll go red on the action. I think they'll get the crews over there to get off the track as soon as possible, particularly if you've been run over a little bit or you're not feeling your very best to try and jump out of a car and get out of the way quickly. That's a fun thing to try and manage.
Absolutely. You just got to take a couple of deep breaths and move out the way.
Definitely. Green at the ready, and they'll run them into that first left-hander and head up towards Kerry's. And kart 126, current race leader, Benjamin Leggett. Oscar Ames is tucked in deep. Mark Burford is in the Lightning. Number 90 always stands out leaning over that steering wheel.
Loves to get over that steering wheel and drive it hard.
Doesn't he? Doesn't matter what code he's in, whether he's in ADCA or Speedway Karting. He's done plenty of that over the years. It always frees up the rear end. He gets those wheels spinning, and it's certainly tough to manage. You try and even just tuck behind a steering wheel on some of those long straightaways, and it is hard on the core, but Burford does it week in, week out. He's pulled right up over that wheel and lightens the rear end, gets the wheels turning, and always manages to kick it in a little bit easier. So Benjamin Leggett, Alexander Magro, he's relatively new to the senior ranks as well. Mark Burford, 3rd, and Magro coming after your race leader. He's really come into his own this weekend after the couple of state plates. Alexander Magro has come leaps and bounds. I always find him on that top side of the racetrack. He's happy to sit up through the middle and not really worry about the pole line where so many drivers are. He's happy to coast it in there and carry as much speed as possible. We saw Burford go to the 2nd place spot now, and Leggett is next in sights. Burford, he wastes no time at all. Didn't get the pass done there, but it is absolutely looming up into Kerry's. Have a look at Alexander go back. It all goes on And race leader Benjamin Leggett is left dry at the top of Kerry's Corner, and that is one of the fiercest parts of this racetrack.
That's just tough racing there. It looked pretty difficult for him. Like, you go 3 wide into a corner, sometimes it's unfortunate to be the guy on the outside, but it's the stewards obviously have a look at that one, but it looked like all 3 in one of the same piece of the track.
And you have to, in an Australian title, everyone wants to just keep scoring points, but you've got to score big points as well. A DNF is no good to your weekend by any means, but it's all worth it for that big number 1. So that's what they're fighting for. Burford well and truly on his way. Magro is sticking with them, but this guy absolutely knows what it takes to win that number 1 plate. David Carruthers, big move on Magro. Little bit of a hip and shoulder. He looks back over his shoulder at Alexander Magro as well. Burford on his way. As we mentioned, tuck right over that steering wheel. Checkers will wave. And Mark Burford gets a job done from Alexander Magro. David Carruthers. And that will wrap up the KT Medium Heat Race number 3 here in round number 3. Officially a top 10, Mark Burford from Alexander Magro. David Carruthers 3rd. Sean Forrestal 4th. Nicholas Tapley, Archie Brownless, Brock Thompson, Lockie Shepherd, Matthew Slater and Jordan Barrow of the JFK camp out of Morgan. Locking in your top 10. Shannon Barry, thanks for joining me in the call. You didn't hate it by any means. It was really cool to have you sit in on that race as well. And head straight towards the green flag. So it's up in the air, looking for the start. This time it's going to wave. They're happy with that. Colwell up alongside Tranter. Tranter will lead into 1. Colwell sticking with him in the green 15. Tranter setting the pace. Colwell is hanging with him. Brett Billing in the middle of this as well. Billing goes to 3. And we ride along with them into that right-hander to bang down another lap. Tranter stamps his name well and truly this weekend. Multiple heat race wins. A couple of heartbreaking moments as well. There's been a DNF in there, but vastly, both Aaron and Jake Tranter, the pair of brothers, been very capable of getting heat wins. They're banking up through Kerry's Corner as you expect. Tranter puts another lap on the board. From there, it's Colwell and Billing trying to round down 2nd place. Kart 24 of Billing. The S1 rounding in. Tranter, he's solid. This thing seems to be dialed in no matter what motor is bolted on the side of it. This thing handles beautifully every time. And they put another one down halfway through this heat race. To the N1, Nicholas Tapley locks down 4th as Billing puts the move on Colwell. Brett Billing goes to 2nd. Can he now do anything about your race leader, Jake Tranter? Billing up to P2, Colwell back to 3, Tapley in 4. Another lap about to go down to the counter. White flag will get gathered for the next time around. Kart 197, Felicity Lee Coates in the top 5. Behind them, it is chock-a-block. From 6th onwards, it is absolutely anyone's guess. They're trading blows right through Kerry's Corner. It's been so good to watch up there all weekend long. White flag waving for Tranter, who look out, here comes Billing. Billing up the inside, are you kidding me? Billing puts the move on Tranter, and you have a new race leader. Through Kerry's Corner for the last time this race. The sleeping assassin of Brett Billing has come out of nowhere and reeled in Tranter. And how about that? Tatiara Karting Club's Brett Billing heat race victory. Jake Tranter had that shot to bits, but Billing, my word, just gets the job done no matter what. Hell of a drive by the 24. Proudly presented by Adelaide Harley-Davidson Bike Works and Lightning Karts. Brett Billing takes the win from Jake Tranter. From there it was Braden Caldwell, Nicholas Tapley, Felicity Lee Coates in the top 5. Luke Squires at 6, Bill Longbottom, Angus Laity, David Carruthers at 9, and Mark Burford make up your top 10. They're in KT Medium Heat Race, number 1 in round 4. Absolutely, can't blame him. So it heads to the infield as we get set for a start. Green flag will fly. Brownless and Tapley lead them into 1. Oh, it's bedlam. Early Heinrich is involved. Oh, that is a tough break. So they're staying green. They will pull it at the last minute. And the bloke will be very happy about that is Heinrich in kart 16. So the cross flags come back out and they will have another go at this. And this will be a tight right-hander back towards the green. The wind is certainly swirling around. They said they didn't feel it too badly, but on the long sweeping straightaways, there's no doubt about that if you head into a headwind. Green wheel will run. Tapley leads us into 1. Dylan Feeder up to 2nd. Before we kick back around to the left, Brownless tucks into 3rd. Tom Norval up to 4th. He's had a big climb forward. He started really deep in this heat and he's moving forward quickly. So Tapley, Feeder, Brownless, Norval, Beaton up to 5. Wade Beaton with a big move. The Alice Springs 129. He is creeping his way through the field. Keep your eyes on that 129. And now they really open them up down the back straightaway. Park that right front tyre way up in the air. Oscar Ames climbs a number of spots. You can see Matt Mahar, number 70, parked up. He's taking no further part in this. Tapley rattles through the bumps. He is absolutely pinned. That thing is wheel standing coming out of Kerry's corner. Such a great shot. They head down that super fast sweeping final right corner past the flag stand. Tapley has Feeder right up his Tapley. Norval's up another spot. Big drive from Tom Norval. He's up to 3rd now. Archie Brownless. Hilton Rowett up to 5. Wade Beaton back to 6. Jacob Peterson, Lockie Shepherd. Ashley Nitschke, lead change. And Feeder goes to the top. Puts the move on Adam Tapley. And Local goes to the top. Here comes Norval. Oh, they've locked wheels. Tapley has been driven through, you could probably say, in front of the AIDCA officials down here in the first corner. It's probably not the place that you're going to get away with it overly easy. They'll continue on. White flag will wave this time for Dylan Feeder. Tom Norval tucks into 3rd. Archie Brownless back to 2nd. Tapley looking visibly not all that impressed with Tom Norval as they rock through that corner. And for the final time, they are side by side into the last bend. Brownless up the inside on Feeder. This is a hell of a finish to this heat race. Feeder, I think, will get it done from Archie Brownless. Great race by that pair. And Hilton Rowett. Great result for Hilton to go up to 3rd. Officially, Tom Norval finishes in 4th. Wade Beaton up to 5. Lockie Shepherd, Jacob Peterson, Ashley Nitschke, Nate Greenslade and Joel Heinrich struggled a little there, locking into the top 10. But Adam Tapley, what could have been not happy one bit, and you can't blame him. So many stories littered right through this. Squires in deep. So green nice and early. Kart 61, Brock Thompson leads us in. The 33 and the 77 involved Madison Perry. And the 77 of Sean Forrestal. Wade spoke with him earlier. This hasn't gone to plan by any means. And Forrestal and Perry both end up infield in turn number 1. So we'll lock in another lap here. Thompson. First one into turn 1. From there, Alyssa Morton up in second. She's putting on a cracker of a drive. Reese Hackett is third in the 26. Aaron Tranter is fourth in the 54. Luke Bowie, Cooper Williamson, Cameron Brooks, Jordan Barrow. The Aussie one of Joe Chalmers. He's got lots of room to move. Back there in 9th for now. Guaranteed to change. Morton holding down that second spot, but she has big time pressure from Hackett. Keep your eyes on the A1. Smokin' Joe ripping in 9th.
So we're deep inside KT Medium, heat number 3, and it's all Brock Thompson from Alyssa Morton. Good to see the Mortons getting some positive information through from today. Been a pretty stressful weekend. Reese Hackett sitting there in 3rd. That may or may not work for you, but you can rely on Riley for that. I'm going to send Liam down to the pitch to get a bit of stuff done down there. I really like this direction. Seems so much faster. Luke Bowie up into that 4th position. Joe Chalmers in 5th. Really great community down in that outgrid. So many great stories, and everybody uses the word family. So, boy, our race leader is caning them. Alyssa Morton, solid in 2nd. Hackett in that 3rd spot, and then there's a bunch of them. Bowie just ahead of Chalmers, Tranter, Magro, Brooks, and Williamson. There's a whole gaggle of those guys together. Liam, you may need that program if you want to come back to that. Checker is out. What a drive. Brock Thompson just belted them. Can't believe that breeze is actually getting stronger. Alyssa Morton, solid job for her. Reese Hackett in 3rd. Luke Bowie. We'll take a look at your results. Unofficial, of course. Brock Thompson, your winner by 4 seconds. Holy cow. Lisa Morton in 2nd. Reese Hackett in 3rd. Luke Bowie in 4th. Joe Chalmers. Aaron Tranter. Talk about a stacked heat race. Alexander Magro. Cam Brooks in the 88. Jake Curvers. Cooper Williamson. William Press. Matty Slater. Ben Leggett and Jordan Barrow. Unfortunately, some issues for Sean Forrestal and Madison Perry. And that wraps us up for KT Medium's heat number 3. As Smokin' Joe Chalmers puts the A1 on the line. David Carruthers is an absolute jet. We know that. Reese Hackett, Jake Tranter, Jake Curvers, Alexander Magro is a rocket ship in the KRT. We're green. It's a very even launch. Squires should...
Green stays up in the air, not happy with it. I think I might have jinxed myself with the tie break, looking back, by the way. I think about 5 minutes before that junior light race, I messaged Ben Brown. I said, what's the go with the tie break? He couldn't tell me. 5 minutes later, we're in a tie break. Why did I do that?
That was a very interesting start to Squires. That's not a... I don't think that's a good start compared to the one previous. I like
the other way. I think Burford had the better start the first time. Squires definitely a better start that time around.
I like the first one better than I like the second one. It's a little bit more obvious, and I think Luke was definitely not going to get caught napping on that one. Either one of them doesn't want to screw this one up, though. I don't know how many chances you get before Somebody gets pointed at. Carruthers in that 41 is one to watch. Chalmers, the Aussie champ. You know he will just throw it to the wind. Here we go. That looks better. I think they've done a good job of it. Squires should be on the inside groove as we go down into turn 1. Everybody through safely. Squires. Oh, would you look at the battle pack?
Carruthers on the top.
Oh, whoa, whoa. We got a couple hooked up. I think that was the 46 of Curvers. Got the tow truck effect. Squires, your leader from Burford. Chalmers, Carruthers, Hackett. Then back to Magro, Tranter and Thompson. Oh, look at the pressure. Chalmers is desperate to get by Carruthers. Burford's going to put every bit of his experience right on the rear crash bar of Squires.
Oh, a definite shunt into the back of the current A1. It was a little bit of a out of the way manoeuvre. Someone's on the windrow.
Thompson.
61, Brock Thompson. So it is a tough break for current A1. Joe Chalmers is back in 5th now.
Hilton Rowett going forward as well. He's up to position number 7 is Hilton Rowett. Squires, it's his race to win. Burford coming after him now. The young man with enormous pressure. One of the greats of Australian dirt kart racing is all over him. Trying to put the pressure on is Burford. We know that Mark will be centimetre perfect. It's going to be up to Lucy to keep that thing in the groove.
Wow. Even if Burford gets by, Squires has to stay second and he will wrap up the title. There'll be 1 point separating them. But if Carruthers comes along for the ride, this could well be Burford. Carruthers is reining them in. Squires has given himself a little bit of a buffer back to Burford. But Carruthers is absolutely closing in, Wade.
I was just looking at Billings starting to get a run going as well with Rowett and Curvers, and Magro is up to 4th as well. KT Medium Final. What about this for Luke Squires? What a moment for this family. If he's able to hold on, he'll do something his old man wasn't able to do, and that's win an Australian title. And I think Brett will be okay with that. So too will his sisters. So too will proud mum Carmen.
God, this is busy for 5th, 6th. Alexander Magro again. He is climbing through this field. He's up to 4th. Magro's come from 8th. He's up 4 spots here in the final. It's a hell of a drive by Magro, but he's out of this title bout. It's a little bit of a black groove starting to form on the entry to this final corner. The white flag, I believe, will get gathered the next time by. Squires is doing everything right. He's got a solid distance now back to Burford and Carruthers. If Carruthers can get past, he will go past Burford in the title as well. So that's the battle for 2nd and 3rd now on screen.
Carruthers is really closing in. The thing with Mark Burford, though, very rare you'll see him make a mistake. White flag is out. What a moment for the Squires family is looming here. Luke looking to rub the number 7 off the number plate. Carruthers all over the back of Burford. The Squires family.
Oh, Carruthers!
He got in there. Well, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. Here he comes, your new Australian champion. And he looked back over his shoulder and punches the air. Luke Squires. What a moment for that family. David Carruthers put Burford back to 3rd. And how about the emotion? Carruthers pulls up and says, well done to Luke. What about the punching of the air, Liam? And he gets the Aussie flag now. Boy, what a race. Some drama there. Not a lot of passing in the battle for the lead, but how about the tension?
And 2nd and 3rd, David Carruthers will be Australia number 2. Joe Chalmers pulled up and congratulated Squires as well, as does the rest of the field. This is super cool. You absolutely love to see it.
Half wrecking each other after the... he throws the Aussie flag out because he's going to the in-grid. Boy, that was a heck of a race. KT Medium. I mean, forget the top 4 for a second. It was a pub brawl from about 5th back to 20th.